It's that time again. I'm Ray with another midweek message about paper rounds this time. Before we do that though, 6 centigrade this morning. It's now, where are we, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. 6 centigrade, 42 Fahrenheit. This was 7 o'clock this morning. 88% humidity. 995 millibars. That's quite low, isn't it? And it was raining. That fine, very sort of misty rain. The rain that my mother-in-law calls that wet rain. I know all rain's wet, isn't it? She calls it that wet rain. Very fine mist. It stopped, but it's now started again. And we had a nice sunny morning. It's now started raining again. The flag, you won't believe this, it's still, well, a light breeze from the east. We've got to get rid of this east wind if it's the last thing we do, to be honest. It's cooling everything down. You know, we get some sunshine and this horrible chilly east wind. Jerry, hello to you. You said in your email, did I have a paper round? Haven't I mentioned paper rounds? I'm sure I must have. No, perhaps I haven't. Yes, I did have a paper round. I was 13 years old. I wanted some money. My mum said, why don't you get a paper round? That's an idea, I thought. So off I trotted to the shop. Haven't got any vacancies. That was a shop near me. That was a shame, so I had to go to another shop, which was a fair old distance, well, about a mile. Went in there. Any vacancies? Yes, he said, yes. Do you want to start tomorrow? We've had a lad just leave. Excellent. 14 shillings a week. Not bad in those days. What year would that have been? Oh, I don't know when it was. I was, 13. He said, you are 14, are you? I said, yes, because you had to be 14. Yeah, I'm 14, yeah. I wasn't, I was 13. Actually, I might have been 12. Can't remember. So I went in the following morning. I had to get there at 6 o'clock. Stone the crow, 6 o'clock. I got there on time with my bike. He gave me this big bag, full of papers. He said, look, the addresses are on them all. He showed me on the map. He said, you start down this road, go down that road. Wrote it out on a bit of paper, which roads to go to. Off I went. It took me ages to do the round. I don't quite know why. Well, it was my first day. So I got into it. After a week, I got my 14 shillings. Didn't like it much because one morning it was raining. I remember that, pouring with rain. And I thought, well, I don't think I want to do this today. But of course I had to. So I got my 14 shillings. It was a good distance from my house, as I say, a mile. That doesn't sound far, but early in the morning when it's raining, and it was over the railway bridge, which I didn't like having to cycle over there. And my round included 2 blocks of flats. Now, they weren't tower blocks, skyscrapers. They weren't like that. But 2 blocks of flats, about 4 or 5 stories high, up and down the stairs, no lift or anything, up and down the stairs with this heavy bag of papers, finding all the right doors to put them through. It was a nightmare, but at the end of the week, as I say, I got my 14 shillings. I did it for about a month, I suppose, maybe 2 months. Then he said to me one morning, you've got to come back after your round because there's another round I want you to do. And I said, what do you mean, another round? He said, well, we've had a lad leave. No one else can do it. Can you come back because you got the shortest round? Come back and then do this other lad's round just till I can get someone else. And I was thinking, well, I hope this doesn't take me long. I eventually got back to the shop, picked up the other round, which fortunately wasn't too much to do. It wasn't flats or anything. But I was almost late for school. Every day I did this other round, almost late for school. I couldn't go home for breakfast. I said to my mum I'll be going straight on to school after the paper round. At the end of the week, I thought, this is good. 14 shillings becomes 28 shillings. That's not bad. Anyway, he gave me 14 shillings. And I said, but I've done the other round. He said, yeah, well, that's your money. I said, no, I've done 2 rounds. He said, oh, you want me to give you 28? He said, you're joking. I'll give you £1. Anyway, I took the £1. I didn't go back. I thought, I'm not doing that. Do 2 rounds. What a rip-off. £1 was 20 shillings back then. So I went to this other shop near where I lived and I said, no vacancies yet? Yes, he said, we've got a vacancy. And, it was lovely. Rows of mainly bungalows, a few houses, dead easy, cycle up the drive through the front door, which was the side of the house, cycle round to the next one, through the front door. It was easy. I really enjoyed that. And the money was better than the other one. It was 17 and sixpence a week. What's that equivalent to now? 75 pence, isn't it? Is it 75? I don't know. I've got a clue. I think it's 75 pence. 3/4 of a pound. I don't know how legal it was then to employ kids like that. Didn't they change it all? You don't see paper boys, paper girls now, do you? Actually, there are one or two. There was a paper girl that I saw. I saw her a few years ago. I haven't seen her since, coming up and down our road with a bag of papers. That was early in the morning, because you know I'm up early, don't you? I'm up at sort of 5:30, especially in the summer. 5 o'clock in the summer, midsummer, out on the patio, cup of tea and some toast and marmalade. That's the way to live. Wonderful. And it's so quiet. Well, I say it's quiet apart from the birds. The dawn chorus starts about 4 o'clock. Why they call it the dawn chorus, I don't know. It should be the dawn noise. It's lovely. It's lovely to hear, though. I love hearing the birds in the morning. Even now, when it's still dark at 4, I have the window open and I can hear them. They start singing at 4 o'clock. Anyway, back to the paper round. I eventually gave it up because I started a Saturday job in my dad's electrical shop. Used to go there on a Saturday. I think I just did Saturday morning or something. And I got £1 for that. £1. That's funny, isn't it? £1. That was good, actually. I remember kids at school saying to me, "Cool, you get £1? We have to do a paper round. All you do is hang around in a shop." I didn't hang around in a shop. I was repairing electrical items because, I'm into radio and stuff. I was repairing vacuum cleaners and, I was shown how to do it, of course, by my dad. And, I got £1 for a Saturday morning. I thought that was quite good going. And I didn't have to get to the paper round shop at 6 o'clock in the morning. And of course, when I was 15, I went to work full time, 6 days a week, as a radio and TV apprentice engineer. And I've been through all that before, so I won't go through that. But that was wonderful. It was like a holiday camp. I loved it, being in the workshop, all the lads there. And we're going to the pub tonight. And I'd say, "Oh, are we? How do I get there?" "Pick you up at 8. Someone will pick you up. We got your address." And they pick me up at 8 o'clock, take me down to this pub. And anyway, let's not go down that road again. I'll be off about nightclubs and girls and live bands. Happy days. As I've mentioned girls, I just mentioned one thing. My mum would say to me in the morning, "Did you have a good time last night?" I said, "Yes, yeah, I did, yeah." "Where did you go?" "Oh, went to so-and-so club." "Oh, right. Did you meet any girls?" And I'd say, "Yeah, 1 or 2 girls there I met." "Oh, anyone in particular?" "Well, there was one that I quite liked." "Oh, you liked her? What was she like? What colour is her hair? How tall was she? What does she look like? Where does she work?" Yeah, honestly, my mum, bless her cotton socks, mentioned that I'd seen some girl or got to know a girl and she wanted to know all about it. So in the end, I didn't bother saying anything. "Did you meet any girls last night?" "No, just with the lads." I remember the first time I took a girl home, my mum, honestly, she was all over the place. "Would you like a cup of tea? Do you want some biscuits? I've just got a cake. I've made a cake. Would you like cake?" And this girl was a bit shy and didn't really want to meet my mum. I don't know why I took her. Oh, I think I took her home because I had to change. We were going somewhere. Anyway, that's another issue. So my mum was flapping around, fluttering around. What is it? Like an old hen or something. We went into the lounge and my mum was following. "Sure you don't want a cup of..." "No, I don't want a cup of tea. I've got biscuits. I've just made this cake. It's nice." "All right, I'll try some cake." I felt sorry for this girl. I'll try the cake then. She didn't really want cake, but she had cake to please my mum. After that, I didn't really take anyone home. It was best not to. I don't know. Anyway, what else? If you'd like to email me about anything, did you take girls or boys home? What did your mum do? Did she flap around like an old hen? Raise rants at protonmail.com. Let me know what your mum or dad did. I remember one evening, I'll just tell you this bit and then I'll shut up about girls. One evening, I was in my shed in the garden running my pirate radio station, and this girlfriend of mine, she came with me. She's in the shed and she was doing some DJing. It was good fun. And my mum, I could see the kitchen window from the shed. She kept looking out of the kitchen window, kept looking. She was thinking that we were probably up to something. I don't know what she thought we were up to. Kept looking out there, just bobbing her head around. I could see her. She turned the light off. It was a summer evening, and I could still see her. The kitchen was a little bit dark, but I could still see her watching. And then she's tapping on the shed door, "It's only me. Would you like a cup of tea?" And of course, I'm running this pirate radio station. There's my mum saying, "Do you want a cup of tea?" when the microphone's on. Good memories, though, isn't it? Good memories looking back. I used to love our Isle of Wight holidays with our 4 grandchildren, 3 girls and the boy. We call him the boy. That was great. Anyway, I'm not going to go on about that. So did you have a paper round? What did you do? A Saturday job? Raise rants at protonmail.com. Do let me know. I hope you've been good. Have you been good? I don't know what this weather's doing. I've been good. I've got a new radio. Did I tell you? I've got this big radio. It weighs 98 pounds. That's 7 stone. Talk about stone the crows. It's huge. Trish and daughter number 3 carried it upstairs for me. We had to go and buy a table. Have I told you all this? I'm getting old. I'm repeating myself, aren't I? We had to go and buy a table from a charity shop to put it on. A really sturdy table. Anyway, I've repaired it and it's all what you don't hear this, do you? I shall see you on Sunday, hopefully, with a Sunday episode. Be good, be bad. If you're bad, don't get caught. Look after yourselves. Stay healthy. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye for now.